then you also wrote blah, 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 and filtered through it the word something.
Well, this is what I did. For all of those who have not seen the post, I basically repeated blah, 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 blah on an entire page, but I folded, interspersed in between all the blah, blah, blahs, the last word makes the market.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. And the after image is the last word, and that's what Saluzzi's pointing out. They just keep nanoseconding each other and creating a new after image, which becomes the last word for about a nanosecond, and then another impulse becomes data impulse becomes the last word, and
right.
It's asymptotic. It never gets to the end point. You know, asymptote. You know, in geometry. Asymptote.
Yeah,
T-O-T-E.
I know the word.
Yeah, it's like we're
asymptomatic.
Yeah, the curve of the XY grid does never get to the vertical.
Right. It never reaches the
contact. We have contact has already happened, won't happen, may happen in the future. That's the whole thing, contact. That's what tactility means. You never get to the finish line.
Right. Contrast never reaches the vanishing point.
Yeah.
Sky never meets the horizon.
Yet they're interpenetrated.
Right, yeah, exactly.
They feed on each other. Anyways, the 26,000-year cycle that the Mayans clued into, or at least half of the 13,000-year cycle, that has come to a major terminus right now, in this period, and that's why Ian calls it the end of the beginning. And the solar eclipse on July 22nd was amazing. July, McLuhan's birthday, July 21st. And remember, the date for the Mayan calendar ending is December 21st, 2012. That's Zappa's birthday. So you have McLuhan and Zappa, July 21st to December 21st, from 2009 to 2012. Those two guys are paired off in my tiny note chart. So that's interesting.
Right.
So, right.
Now we got all the puddle.
Yes, so you have the thin veil affecting the magma, affecting the continental drift, tectonic plates, the frequencies, and affecting TV production. Do you realize, Bob, that on the previous Friday, not last Friday, the previous Friday on Eureka, this TV show, they feature getting caught in the rift in the science fiction scenario. And a few days later on Tuesday on Warehouse 13, they presented the same phenomenon of getting caught in the interdimensional problem. Now, Ion has been talking about that for a month or so with Connie and I, telling us, getting us ready for riff riding, and how you need to know the rules so you can get back. And the rule aspect is what's highlighted in these two shows. So we have major xenochrony ever since the Air France disappeared. You know, the plane disappearing right when we were hearing about the rift from Ion in April, May. So we have rapid Android meme xenochrony. Whatever we talk to Ion about, the media, top shows,
instantaneously replicate.
Yeah, and they try to put a bad spin on it. Ion says that television its role is to be a contraster. And I supplemented it with the good news, bad news thing by McLuhan. But yes, as a matter of fact, going through reviewing the old tapes, or what was done in March, April, on April 18th, I point out that the cold fusion story is going to be announced the next day on the 19th on 60 Minutes. And Ion says, yes, but note this, Bob, within a week or so, there's going to be stories coming out talking about how bad cold fusion is going to be. And so it predicted what James noticed right away within a week or so. The Pentagon forced 60 Minutes to retract what they said about cold fusion, right?
Right.
And there's probably been more debunking, but I haven't been tracking it.
Well, they backpedaled.
Yeah, so Ion was pointing out there was no problem with this. This is TV's role, is to provide contrast. That's its last role. And so Here you have Warehouse 13 in Eureka showing the rift, but showing it in terms of technical apparatus. Total scary scenarios, scaring the heck out of everybody. Countering Bob's message, Bob's warm, beneficent, benign, we love you, agape message of positive and activating joy. And this is all great from Ion's point of view. It's a great ecology.
Toasted, all these different things that just mean something to us. It's difficult. And like so, when I'm talking to you now in the camera here,